These 300 men in the Committee of 300 still run the world today with an iron fist. Their wealth is untold, cannot be measured. I know, I looked at some of the records that I could find in Italy, in Rome. I've done most of my work on location, and this has always been invaluable to me. And I came across the families in Italy who were called the fondi, meaning the people who had all the money. They were all members of the Committee of 300, the Lucatis, the Recanatis, the Volpi du Miseratis. These people are so wealthy that they would make David Rockefeller look like a piker. That is how rich they are. And this is the committee that runs the world. Now, in my book, The Committee of 300, I name every one of them. This is not a book that talks about they. It gives you specifics. And I must say I do the same thing in my new book, Socialism, The Road to Slavery, which was 10 years in researching. On July the 4th, 1789, George Washington told the Congress,
there you go,
it is necessary for us to impose tariffs to protect the manufactories of our colonies. That was the first trade barrier. Now, let us dispose for once and for all with the words that have been implanted on our minds, like isolationist, and you are for restricted trade, and you are against global trade. The United States of America did not grow great on global trade. The United States of America grew great on the hard labor of the people who lived in those days and the wise protection barriers put up by President George Washington, because immediately after the war, they tried, the British, to try to down the United States through so-called free trade, which is nothing but piracy. Free trade, ladies and gentlemen, is a one-way street which allows other countries to dump their products on our markets to the detriment of our own people. That's what free trade is. It's strictly a...
Bingo! Okay, well that's a few minutes. I want to say that before that, he was talking about Lord Glasgow and all the British East India Company. They made shitloads of money off of the opium trade, and then they shared it among the lords and ladies of England. That's 300 people only. They all had an equal vote. They were sworn to secrecy. They armed the Hudson's Bay to keep on trying to resist the Americans from pushing west. They were constantly arming the Indians. They were constantly just getting in your way, getting in your face. And Adam Smith is not a good guy. He was an economist that the liberals and the Marxists love. They wanted to bring the small manufacturers to their knees. And there is no such thing as free trade, and so on and so on. It just goes on to just brilliantly tell you, because a lot of people are starting to talk about, like in China, they're saying, oh yeah, you guys did the opium wars, but you see, they're having misplaced accusations. Misplaced. This is where you have to cut through this garbage. But this guy is bang on. Holy crap. And if people, and when I speak to people from the Far East, they still don't know. They don't know what was done to them, or they don't know who to blame. They're all, like, everybody has been constantly being brain scrambled. And what you have to really figure out is this. The East and the West, I'm talking, say, America and Hong Kong especially. Let's take America and Hong Kong especially as good examples of something that they were very threatened with and constantly got in the way.